Inihahandog ng Philippine Air Force at ng himpilang ito ang programang gagabay tungo sa kapayapaan ng bawat mamamaya at pag-unlad ng buong pamayanan. Usapang mga kapayapaan, usapang pangkaunlaran.
Mayong adlaw sa atong tanan mga higala. Kami po ang inyong Philippine Air Force, your air warriors and skylifters in the Visayas. At muli pong sumahimpapawid ang ating palatuntunin usapang pangkapayapaan, usapang pangkaunlaran Cebu. Kauban ang tulog ka partner namo na radio stations diri sa Cebu City. Daghang salamat kay Ma'am Annabel Lagrosas of DYMR 576 kHz Radio Pilipinas, kay Sir Junix Napalyakan of DYLA 909 kHz, kay Ma'am Eileen Navarro ng DYAR 765 Sunshine Radio, o kay Ma'am Payita Renyen and Ma'am Hazel Gloria of PIA 7 sa pagtabang sa atong programa karong adlaw. Ako po ang inyong host, A1 Ruel Grijaldo, Philippine Air Force, at kasama ang aking mga co-host na sina Airwoman Angel Pestejo at Airman Second Class Romel Rivera, Philippine Air Force. Partner.
Isang mapagpalang araw para sa ating lahat, lalo na sa ating mga libu-libong tagapakinig at taga-subaybay sa programang ito. Ang Usapang Pangkapayapaan, Usapang Pangkaunlaran Cebu. Tayo din po ay napapanood sa ating social media platform, sa Facebook page ng CMO-AMC, 1000 Video Biniab, 1000 PALF at ng APAP Cebu. Ang programa pong ito ay para sa ating pagnanais na maihatid ang mga impormasyon na mayroong kinalaman sa ating pagsulong ng kapayapaan at kaunlaran sa ating pong bansang Pilipinas.
Let us also welcome our comrades from Air Mobility Command, 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing, 220th Airlift Wing, Tactical Operations Wing Central, 560th Air Base Group, and the 5th Air Reserve Center. Daghang kaayong salamat for tuning with us and supporting for our program.
Mga kasama, ikinagagalak po nating makasama ngayong araw ang ating resource speaker na si Ma'am Luz Minda Ramones Bato, Senior Fisheries Regulations Officer, BFAR Region 7. Ma'am, bumati po muna kayo sa ating mga tagapakinig at taga-subaybay.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Mayong hapon, mayong mainit nga hapon. So, welcome to this Up Cebu and thank you for inviting me as a resource speaker. And I will try to answer your questions as much as possible na clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. For our question, ma'am, kakamustahin po muna namin kung kamusta naman po kayo, ma'am, and kamusta po, ma'am, ang mga personnel ng BFAR, ma'am?
So far, okay naman kami. We are now busy kasi this month is Farmers Fisher Folk Month. So, marami kami activities, then maraming projects, so all are busy. So, buti na lang, this interview falls on a non-working day. We are on a compressed work week. So, Monday to Thursday lang office namin. Then, Friday we are free. So, at least, kasi kung ganito, may office, mahirap baka maraming mga, mga disturbo na may magpapaperma, ganun. So, it's just so lucky it's our free day today.
Yun po, ma'am, no. Thank you so much, ma'am, sa pagpapaunlak ng aming imbitasyon para po maging kasama namin kayo ngayon sa Up Cebu. So, ma'am, what is the mission and function, ma'am, and also the mandate of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources po, ma'am?
The Bureau is, the mission of the Bureau is to increase fisheries and aquaculture resiliency and production within ecological limits by adapting appropriate and science-based technologies and management system, as well as through gender-responsive and socially inclusive policies, programs, and projects. So, mandato naman ng fisheries, ang Bureau of Fisheries is mandated to develop, manage, improve, and conserve the Philippines' fisheries and aquatic resources in municipal waters. The BFAR may coordinate with or assist the LGUs, the pharmacies, and other agencies. So, yun po ang we are more on the marine environment, the conservation, protection, and also for food security.
Thank you so much, ma'am, partner.
Yes, partner. Ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Ah,
afternoon, sir.
for my question, ma'am, ano po yung kasalukuyang plans, activities, and projects ng BFAR mo?
Okay. So, I forgot pala. Kanina, hindi ko na ano yung functions ng BFAR. It was just only, actually BFAR develop, implements fisheries policies and regulations. Then we issue licenses and monitor fishing activities. We conduct fisheries research and maintain information systems. We also enforces fishery laws and conservation measures. We support sustainable fish production, marketing, and development. Also, BFAR coordinate with LGUs and other organizations to strengthen the fishery sector. So as to your question, sir, yung mga programs namin on sa fisheries, so we have three major programs. We have the Fisheries Development Program, we have the Fisheries Regulatory Program, and we have the Fisheries Extension Program. So itong mga program na ito, we have the sub-program. For the Fisheries Development Program, we have the Aquaculture sub-program. We have the Market Development sub-program. We have the locally funded and foreign assisted sub-program. We have the Post-Harvest sub-program, the Capture Fisheries sub-program. And for the Fisheries Regulatory and Law Enforcement Program, the second program that we have the Monitoring, Control, and Surveillance. That is where we have our law enforcement. Then the Quality Control Inspection, that is where we have our fisheries laboratory that analyzes fish diseases, microbiological analysis, and we have the quarantine registration and licensing. So the quarantine issues import permit, issues land transportation permit, LTP, that's what you call LTP, the commodity clearance. And we have the coastal and inland resource management. So that's where we conduct marine assessment, habitat assessment, coastal assessment, especially for the establishment of marine sanctuary. So next is we have the Fisheries Extension Program. We have the provision of technical assistance, establishment of technology demonstrations. We have different technology operating sections. So we have different facilities here in Cebu and Bohol. Okay, we conduct information, education, and communication activities. And under the Fisheries Extension Program, we have strengthened partnership with stakeholders. So I think there's the three major programs of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Region 7.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. I have a follow-up question lang, ma'am, regarding po dun
Yes.
sa habitat assessment, marine
Yes.
sanctuary. Apo, paano po
Yes,
natin
sir.
i-assess yung mga nag-a-apply ng mga gustong magpalagay ng marine sanctuary o habitat dun po sa isang lugar?
So first is mag-request sila for assessment, biophysical assessment of the area. Okay, so meron mag-dive, meron mag-assess ng water quality, so yung i-conduct fish visual, mga mangrove, seagrass area, then we have the coral area. Then after that, we will present the result to the LGU that requested for the establishment of the marine habitat or the marine sanctuary or marine protected area. Then it's the LGU that they will make an ordinance declaring that as an area, as a sanctuary. Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Last question, ma'am. What is the importance of mangroves and marine protected areas, ma'am?
Actually, mangroves and protected areas, for mangroves, di ba, yung mangroves yun ang nagpro-protect ng land base natin kasi yun ang nagbe-break ng yung alon, yung malakas na alon doon nagbe-break. Pwede rin yung mangrove, pwede rin yung ng sanctuary ng mga like yung mga crabs, mga shells. So yun, then ano yung isa, sir, yung protected area. So yung protected area, as we say, sanctuary, parang yun ang area where the fish are not disturbed. Doon sila nagmi-mate, doon sila nag-reproduce. So parang yun ang ano dinidevelop natin, develop yung mga corals, lalaki yung corals, parang hindi natin pinapagalaw yung sanctuary.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Partner.
Yes, partner. For my question naman po, ma'am.
Meron lang po akong question, no, ma'am. Dun po, ma'am, tungkol sa activities nyo, ma'am, sa BFAR. Meron po ba na pwede yung Air Force na BFAR and Air Force collaboration with sa mga activities nyo, ma'am? For example, yung mga livelihood, ma'am.
Sa livelihood. So, pwede kayong mag-request sa BFAR na bigyan livelihood yung mga tauhan nyo. So, pwede kayong maggawa kasi sa amin, yung mga LGU, meron silang mga PO, parang People's Organization, a group of fisher folk, then they will request for a project like fish cage. So, pwede kayong magpaturo. We will extend technical assistance. We will teach you how to make fish cage, how to culture the fish, the feeding, the harvest, like that. So we could also, if you have some women, diba, gender and development women, you could have also post-harvest and development. So we will teach you on some like canning, bottling of fish, mga post-harvest na mga products. So pwede tayong gumawa ng kasi marami na nga yung mga product na galing sa seaweeds. So meron silang seaweed salbaro, pwede rin 'yon. So any product pwede kayong tuturuan kayo kung mag-develop ng product from the fisheries from fisheries products. So pwede rin sa program namin sa on law enforcement, you can assist us. So actually I am the OIC of the Enforcement, Regulatory, Monitoring, Control, Surveillance Operations Center. So we could coordinate with you to help assist us in our fight against illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. So yun man naman. So through airborne, right? So we're conducting here. You could do some surveillance up there, and if you see some illegal activities, so which siguro hindi po nyo pa alam yung mga illegal activities sa fishing. So we could also teach you on some illegal activities in fishing, lalo na doon sa seas. So within, ang alam nyo doon sa West Philippine Sea, so within Region 7, pwede, maraming mga illegal fishing, maraming fishing vessel na nag-e-enter sa municipal water. So you could wire us and help us in locating that kung saan na yung mga illegal fishing vessel na yun, lalo na yung what you call the whole boat, the modified Danish Sheen. So I think we could have a good partnership in that in law enforcement.
Partner, may follow-up question lang din ako. Medyo na-curious ako dun. Yung sa mga illegal, ano po yung mga nagiging punishment po natin kapag napa-find out po na may mga illegal po when it regards to sa mga ganitong bagay?
Actually, sir, hindi ako naka-memorize ng mga fines. May mga fine po yan. Kung may na-apprehend tayo na illegal, like say, pumapasok sa municipal waters, so pwede natin siyang bigyan ng notice of violation. That's against the a section of RA 8550 as amended by RA 10654. So pag siya, na bigyan ng notice of violation, then na filean ng case, may fine siya. So yun, iba-ibang fine, sir, iba-ibang violation, iba-ibang fine. So yung may isang violation na yung wala kang permit na nag-fishing ka within like say, maski sa commercial, nag-fishing ka, wala kang permit. Yun, violation yun. Yung tauhan mo, walang fish workers ID or walang license, violation din yan. So may corresponding fines.
Thank you po, ma'am. Partner.
Yes, partner. For my question naman po, ma'am, what is the fisheries and management regulations?
Fisheries management regulations. So, okay, the fisheries and management regulations, these are integrated legal framework, policies and rules governing fishing activities to ensure the long-term sustainability, conservation, and responsible utilization of our aquatic resources. So these regulations include, but are not limited to licensing. We have also gear restrictions. So like sa gear, meron tayong active at saka passive. So for yung active gear are not allowed in the municipal waters. It should be outside the municipal waters. So when you say municipal waters, it is 15 kilometers from the shoreline. So hindi pwede yung active gear doon, sir. Not unless yung may municipal ordinance na ina-allow nila yung active gear. So we have also the catch limit, the total allowable catch. Then we have the time area closures, yung sinasabi natin closed season. Then we commonly enforce national agencies like the Bureau of Fisheries. We have also the seasonal closure for some variety species of fish. Sir?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, nabanggit niyo po kanina yung regarding sa active gears. Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin ng active gears and mga examples po nito?
Active gear, sabi, yung ano, sir, di ba? Kung sa Bisaya, parang digukod nimo ang fish, dili ang fish ni dool sa imo. So, okay bang Bisaya, sir?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Magkarang.
So, mo na siya active, like say, lifting. So, kanang moroami, pero wala naman siguro moroami ron. Then, we have the hulbut, or kuan. Then, mo na siya, then, dili pod ang kaning kuan, sir, kanang mata sa net nga gamay. So, which is yanang number 11 or less than 3 cm ang iyahang kanang hole bitaw sa net.
Okay, ma'am. And
So,
ma'am, also, okay, yeah.
So, idagdag din ako ang among sa management regulation and policies. Actually, before the what you call this one, Philippines, ang atong kuan we have established fisheries management areas, or what you call FMAs. So sa Philippines, there are, I think, 12 FMAs. Then sa Region 7 is the lead agency for FMA 10. Pero member po ta sa FMA 9, then we are also member of the FMA 11. Ang FMA 10 is diri sa morag eastern side of Cebu, then sa Bohol. Then ang FMA 9 is katong facing sa Mindanao Sea. Then the FMA 11 is kaning facing sa Tanyon Strait. So we have that sponsor kanang we call that FMAs, mga fisheries management area. So this is established due to the Fisheries Administrative Order 263, in which the Philippine waters are divided into 12 areas. Okay,
Okay.
sir?
Ma'am, may follow-up question na po ako, ma'am. Ma'am, do you also have regulations or rules para sa mga nag-fishing mo ba?
Na?
Pasol, kanang mga mga mag-fishing.
Pasul. Asa man ka nagpasul, sir? So, if say you are in a municipality like sa Lapu-Lapu, so nagpasul ka, you're considered a fisher folk. So, ang every municipality na sila registration sa ilang fisher folk. So, kinahanglan magpa-register ka sa imuhang municipality. So, para ma-considered ka as fisher folk, then, kay na may mga municipality nga they won't allow mga kuan kung walay license, walay permit, di po sila registered sa ilang municipality. So, dapat magpa-register ka sa imong municipality. Maski paso lang, maski ka na ganing magkuan ka manginas, pero para kaon ra, okay. Na may ibang municipality ka na stick, yun sila bitaw, dili nila pakuan, kinahanglan magpa-register jud ka sa imuhang municipality.
Bisag kahit yung mga ano ma'am, yung mga hobby lang ba? Hobbies lang na
Yes.
fishing.
Depende, sir. Depende sa municipality. Like say sa Cebu City, they are considering now kay daghan mang hobbyist dili dapit sa may SRP o nya kanang ang Cebu City murag kay I am also a member of the Cebu City Bantay Dagat Commission. So kanang they're planning now to murag na collection of fish or unsara kay they are in the process of registering their fisher folk nya. Our hobbyists included. So, pwede, kanang ilang i-register. So, depende na sa kuan sa municipality if they consider kanang ipa-register ba nilang hobbyists.
So discretion lang yun sa municipality.
Discretion ng municipality, oo.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Partner?
Ma'am, for my question, ma'am, ano po yung nagiging role ng BFAR in law enforcement in the Philippines territorial waters, ma'am?
In the Philippines territorial water. Actually, sa law enforcement, in municipal waters, it's the responsibility of the LGU. So, beyond municipal waters, BFAR operates, we conduct seaborne patrol operations. So, fisheries, we act as the primary agency responsible for enforcing fishery laws and managing marine resources in the Philippine territorial waters. So that's excluding the municipal waters because municipal waters, ang responsible is the LGU. So we only assist the LGU in the enforcement of laws, especially kanang mga sila na mo assistance lalo na yung walang mga patrol boat. Pero ngayon kami ang walang patrol boat. So pero noon may patrol boat, we will assist them in the enforcement of laws lalo na yung seaborne patrol operations. So we also monitor illegal fishing like the dynamite fishing, fishing using poisonous obnoxious substances. So we also inspect commercial vessels. So in the enforcement of law, we also protect marine resources from foreign intrusion. We also protect the commercial fishing violation. So and other destructive fishing methods.
Ma'am, may follow-up question lang din ako.
Sige, sir.
Doon po sa mga nabanggit nyo yung Moro Ami po. May mga na-record po ba kayo na gumagawa pa rin po nun?
So far, wala na po, sir. Kasi talaga totally ban yung Moro Ami.
Ano po yung kung i-trace po natin yung history po, ano po yung last na taon na may nag-Moro Ami po based on your
Sir.
record?
Hindi ko na alam, sir, kasi I was with the law enforcement last 2021. Yes, sir. So, nung lumipat ako sa law enforcement, wala nang Moro Ami. Siguro yun ang last kay Cesar Montano.
Yun nga rin po yung naalala ko, ma'am. Kaya nabanggit ko po.
No, ano lang yun, dramatization lang yun. Pero nung yung 10654 na-amend na-amend yung 8550. So, I think yung pag-issue talaga ng 8550, parang wala na yung Moro Ami.
Thank you po, ma'am. We have a short break po muna para gambay na pahinumdum.
Sige, sir.
Sa dakong kanluran ng ating baybayin, matatagpuan ang West Philippine Sea. Isang yaman ng kalikasan na nagbibigay buhay sa ating bansa. Sagisag ng maunlad na kabuhayan. Matatag na ekonomiya. Mayamang kalikasan. potensyal sa turismo at mayamang kultura. Upang maprotektahan ang lahat ng ito, nariyan ang Air Sentinels of the Western Frontier. Nagbabantay sa kalangitan. Sinisigurong ligtas ang teritoryong nasasakupan.
Government Navy aircraft charging 291. We're conducting routine maritime patrol over
Nagsasanay ng mga bagong bayani at tagapagtanggol ng bayan. Nakikisa sa pagtakuyod ng mga pamayanan. Lahat ng ito para sa iyo. Sama-sama at tulong-tulong tayo.
Para sa aking kabuhayan.
Para sa kalikasan.
Para sa aking mga kababayan.
Para sa Palawan.
Para sa aking kinabukasan.
Kaisa ka ba? Tara na!
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 Okay, balik na tayo para sa ating topic ngayong araw at para sa iba pang announcement ng Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. Partner.
Yes, partner. Ma'am, to continue, ma'am. How does BFAR regulate importation of sea products, ma'am?
So actually, regulate importation of sea products. So the importation of sea products, it is covered by Fisheries Administrative Order number 275. So this FAO is a regulation signed by then our Agriculture Secretary Francis Chu Laurel on November 24, 2025. So the FAO has this following provision. Diba? We have the CAT certificate requirement. So imported wild caught fish must carry a CAT certificate issued by the competent authority of the foreign. And they have the Bureau of Fisheries will digitize the tracking here to enhance monitoring enforcement. Then we have also it retains the existing rules on fish imports, including border and post-border inspection, random and risk-based sampling, and compliance with packaging, labeling, transport, temperature, and hygiene standards. Sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, narin ko kung tanong, nakalimot ko kung tanong kanina. Ma'am, regarding sana, ma'am, curious lang ako, ma'am. Totoo po ba na bawal manghuli ng parrot fish?
Bawal. Hindi, sir. We have no regulations on parrot fish. Hindi po wala pong law, wala pa kaming ini-issue na any fisheries administrative order on the prohibition of the catching of parrot fish. Siguro meron mga municipality or mga areas like sa Bohol, parang may sa Bohol na hindi pinapakuha ang parrot fish, pero I'm not quite sure kung saan sa Bohol, sir, pero actually wala po tayong doon regulations on that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Partner, may question lang po ako. May mga endangered species na po ba tayo? Yung mga isda po na endangered na po ngayon?
Maraming endangered na isda. We have maming, yung shark, yung Cebu nga is merong ordinansa ang province of Cebu na pinabawal yung pagkuha ng shark. So marami, sir. So we have it in CITES. So appendix 2 and 3. Hindi ko lang po ma-memorize, basta yung po, maming, yung mga shark, ganun po, sir.
Please,
Yung seahorse.
Yes. Thank you po, partner.
Ma'am, for my question, ma'am. Ano po yung naging role ng BFAR when it comes, ma'am, sa West Philippine Sea, ma'am?
Role ng BFAR sa West Philippine Sea. Okay, so, how would I say that one? So BFAR plays a critical role in the West Philippine Sea. So parang inaano ko kasi malayo kami sa West Philippine Sea. Pero as a whole, BFAR plays a critical role. It's in enforcing maritime laws. So protecting marine resources and ensuring food security for Filipino fishers through patrols and livelihood support. So in 2025, BFAR has intensified its presence through the Layag WPS, a program deploying vessels for monitoring and assisting fishermen with fuel and ice to counter foreign harassment. So, meron tayong surveillance and enforcement in the West Philippine Sea. We conduct patrol to monitor illegal, unreported, unregulated, or IUU fishing, and we uphold Philippine sovereignty in its exclusive economic zone. So, meron din tayong yung KBBM program, Kadiwa ng Bagong Bayaning Mangingisda program, in which yung BFAR vessel, the MB Mamalakaya, we assist Filipino fishermen by providing fuel, ice, purchasing their catch directly at sea to increase income. So we have also livelihood assistance sa sa mga fisher folk doon sa bandang West Philippine Sea. Binibigyan natin sila ng FRP boats, yung fiber reinforced plastic boats. Then we also give them fish aggregating devices. We have the payaws. So especially doon sa mga fisher folk sa Kalayaan Island Group. Okay, we have also maritime scientific research. BFAR protects scientific teams conducting studies in the marine resources, especially in areas like Pag-asa. So we have also capacity building. BFAR strengthens the ability of local fishers to operate farther out into the West Philippine Sea through training and providing larger fishing boats. I think that's all na ko sa West Philippine Sea. Kasi nasa Region 7 tayo, so parang di mo kami concern. Pero as a nation, sa BFAR, yun ang namin, stand on sa West Philippine Sea.
Yes, ma'am. Yung mag-follow up din po sana ako, ma'am, ng tungkol sa livelihood. And also, nabanggit niyo na din po yung sa Kadiwa, ma'am, na tungkol sa mga gasolina ng mga mangingisda doon, ma'am, no? Thank you, ma'am, no, kasi malaking malaking part yon or malaking tulong na yon para sa mga mamamayan po na naaapektuhan ng West Philippine Sea ngayon, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Mayroon kami fuel subsidy, naghahatid ng ng gasolina, ng tubig, yun.
Partner?
Ma'am, may follow-up question lang din po ako with regards sa mga programs po ng BFAR Region 7. So may mga ongoing, may mga mas dinidevelop pa po ba yung program?
Sa Region 7. Kasi
yes,
yung mga program, di ba? Sabi ko, 3 yung program namin. We have the the information, the law enforcement, and the technical. So ngayon kasi mayroon kami mga projects. Yun, meron kaming SAAD project. Then meron kaming Fish Corps. So nagbibigay kami ng mga livelihood doon sa mga fisher folk organization. So nagbibigay kami ng mga fish cages. So tinuturuan din namin yung mga fisher folk on basic accounting, on how they do their accounting sa nila, small business. And we also teach them a little of entrepreneurship. So yun ang yung mga program namin. It's more in elevating the life, the way of life of our fisher folk, marginal fisher folk.
Sabi nga po ni partner, ma'am, na nakakatuwa dahil may mga gantong programang nag-i-exist para dun sa mga kapatid natin na nasa laylayan. Nakakaano lang din po ng puso, nakakataba ng puso dahil through BFAR, nagkakaroon ng sustainment yung livelihood para dun sa mga kapatid natin na malapit sa dagat.
Yes, sir. So,
Thank
we
you,
are
ma'am.
we are also giving them livelihood para naman makapagpahinga yung dagat. So, yun. Yung sa Fish Corps, yung nandun sa FMA 9, yun. We are giving them livelihood projects, giving them business, like say, giving them fish cages, then they are an oyster farming para yung dagat makapagpahinga naman sa yung overfishing.
At sana ma'am, magtuloy-tuloy po yung mga ganitong programa para mas makaabot po dun po sa mga kapatid natin na nasa laylayan po.
Yes, sir.
Yung herd copy niyo, sir, iyan lang.
So, dumako naman po tayo para dun po sa mga bisita po natin ngayong araw. Baka may mga follow-up question lang rin po, sirs.
Ayun lang, hindi na marinig sa hard copy. Hindi na download na sa
Kayo partner, baka may mga last question kayo para sa ating resource speaker ngayong araw. Also, we acknowledge the presence of Lieutenant Colonel Larisma attending via BTC. Sir, baka may question po kayo sa ating resource speaker, sir.
Ma'am Luz Biminda, magandang hapon, at sa ating mga partner sa APAP Cebu, magandang hapon. Wala naman akong question, natutuwa lang ako at habang nakikinig, nakakapulot ako ng mga magagandang mensahe ni ma'am regarding sa BFAR at saka sa about NTF NCAP. So I commend BFAR for doing their job, ma'am, and we hope that we could again invite you as our resource person. Thank you, ma'am, at sa ating mga kasama sa APAP Cebu, maraming salamat.
Sir, maraming salamat po, sir. Partner.
Yes, partner. Sirs, ma'am, bago po magtapos ang ating programa, atin pong pakinggan at hinga ng parting statement ang ating guest speaker ngayon, si Ma'am Luz Biminda Ramones Bato, Senior Fisheries Regulations Officer, BFAR Region 7. Baka po, meron po kayong additional message or announcement, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you for giving this opportunity na to share some facts about BFAR, yung anong ginagawa ng BFAR. Hindi po kami natutulog. We are uplifting the life of our marginal fisher folk by giving them livelihood. Then we are also enforcing the law, especially the IUUF, illegal, unregulated, unreported fishing, like say yung mga fishing vessel, yung mga hulbot, we are going against those mga illegal na then I would just like to announce na this month, the month of May, is the Farmer Fisher Folk Month. Then we will have a kadiwa on Monday, May 25 and 26 sa Arellano Boulevard. Meron po kaming maraming, we are giving our local producers, our fisher folk, to display their mga produce. So meron kami mga isda, may bangos, may tilapia, may pasayan, merong crab. So we are displaying their local produce. Meron din mga bottled sardines. So we are inviting you to come to our office at Arellano Boulevard in celebrating our Farmers Fisher Folk Month. So this give us the opportunity to give our local producers, which are the fisher folk, to display their products. So yung mga presyo doon is parang presyong gate price, talagang hindi walang middleman na price. So I think that's all, and I hope the Philippine Air Force and BFAR will go hand in hand especially in the enforcement of the fishery laws against illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. So thank you for inviting me, mga sirs and ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be our guest speaker for today, ma'am. And we look forward for our collaboration puhon in uplifting our fisher folks and also kung paano kami makatulong in enforcement of fisheries regulations. Partner?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the comprehensive information and discussion you shared to us. Saludo po kaming lahat sa ginagawa niyo sa ating area of responsibility. Hanggang sa muli po, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And with that, mga kaibigan, sa ngalan po ng aming Commanding General, Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, Philippine Air Force,
At sa ngalan din po ng aming Commander, Air Mobility Command, Major General Moises L. Micor, Philippine Air Force.
Sa ngalan din po ng aming Wing Commander, Tactical Operations Wing Central, Brigadier General Sheila Grace E. Vicente, Philippine Air Force.
Ako po si Airman First Class Roel Grijaldo, Philippine Air Force.
ako po si Airwoman Angel Fastejo, Philippine Air Force.
At ako po si Airman Second Class Romelson M. Rivera, Philippine Air Force.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta at pagsubaybay. God bless, mabuhay po tayong lahat and keep safe everyone.